Hi folks, the Panhandler here again. If you remember, we had that bit of salmon that we had, a big whole side of salmon, and we kept a wee bit of it. This is one of the, not the prime cut, but it's a nice cut of the salmon. We've got a thing called a Bouillon, or a court bouillon. Bouillon is what they call it. It's really basically 1/4 vinegar and 3/4 water on the stove, a pinch of salt, and that comes onto the boil. Into that you add some bay leaves, some peppercorns, and then we do some some shallot rings. Some celery. And some carrot. These vegetables, you can even use them as a salad if you're going to serve it cold, but we're going to do a wee dish that we do in the restaurant quite a bit, and it's a kind of wee cold starter. But these rings, you can score that with a channel cut, and it's called a demi-dough cut. It makes it a bit more presentation, but I don't think we'll bother. I'll bring this over, let you see it. It's basically just a nice mixture. You can boil that for about 15 minutes, so a lot of vinegar in that, nice. Boil it for 15 minutes and that does you. This has been, I've used boiling water there in the vinegar, so it's got a nice wee simmer. So what we can tend to do now, just get this rinse off, it's been in the fridge. The salmon, you can do 2 or 3 ways with the salmon. Cut it in any size that you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into decent sized chunks, because we're going to flake it when it comes time to. You can serve that in a piece whole and serve it as a nice salad. In fact, I'll leave one whole, let you see it. So that's the kind of salmon that goes into the Bouillon, what we did earlier on. So it's, there you go, it's got a wee nice rolling boil. Now that takes 8 minutes. 8 minutes in that Bouillon, or the court bouillon. Once it's been gently taking for 8 minutes, take to the side and leave it. Let it cool in the Bouillon, because it keeps the salmon quite moist till you're ready to use it. What we tend to do is, once it's cooled, we'll lift it out, we'll flake it through some mayonnaise with some chives and some more lemon juice through it. And we'll pack it into a wee mould. But once you've got it into your mayonnaise, it works fine. It'll stay nice and moist, and you can keep it for up to 3-4 days in the fridge if it's nice. A nice fridge, sit at 1 or 2 degrees. So that's going to take. I'm going to let it take over very gently for 8 minutes. Leave it to the side. I'm going to cool it down, and I'm going to mix it up with some salad items, and we're going to use this. Sorry, I beg your pardon, lemon juice. Good job, you spied that. Yeah. Too hard. What we've got there is stuff just simmering away just nicely. And my board over the other side, health conscious. What we tend to do is a wee garnish for your salad. I'm just going to do this while that video's on the go there. We tend to do a kind of mixture of leaves and some peppers. Cut it into a thing called a julienne. Now that's been sliced into down the middle in 2 pieces. This one's whole, so if it's thick, you can use your knife. Same again with the red one. This is quite thick, so I like to do it finely into 2, so you get a nice shred, so you don't get a big chunk. It's not a problem one way at a time, whatever you want to do with it. That's a nice wee drop usually in the vegetables. Same again with the green one. Cheapen it up and add some carrots. Like I say, this is the bit that's thick. You will not even notice a difference. You might find it hard to slice it down the middle, so don't be too adventurous. stay safe in the kitchen as well. I did that with a potato peeler. We've got a thing called a mandolin in the kitchen. You can do it with the carrots as well. That gives it a wee nice wee crunch. You can soak these in water, ice water, and you go nice and crispy. But this is the kind of thing we'll add to a salad. Do it up fresh every day in a nice bowlful. So what we'll get is, we'll have that ready to go. And what we'll do is we'll have a bowl of leaves, fresh basil dressing, bunch of that through it, maybe some cherry tomatoes, and that's the garnish for your salmon for your plate. We're going to wrap some smoked salmon around a wee moulded ring. I went across to try and poach some prawns, pardon the pun, from the restaurant. That kind of dish that we do as a wee kind of seafood starter, very popular. But what we're going to do is show you part of that salmon that we cooked into flaked with the mayonnaise, wrap it around that, and that's it. So that was a whole side of salmon get used for 3 things. We had it for our dinner the other night there. And the tails and heads get used for various things. So we'll come back to you when this is done. Okay folks, here we go. The salmon that we had here from the Bouillon has been poached, and like I said, you don't be frightened of getting some of the stuff mixed in with it, the kind of mirepoix, you want to call it. I have taken some to the side here. I'm going to put it over the wee darn or the wee fillet of salmon there. I'm going to use that to show you there's nothing wrong with it. It's quite tasty as it is. The poached pieces here, the crumbly bits, I've got a tablespoonful of mayonnaise here. Flake it through quite coarsely. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to squash it into a wee ring. Right, you see there's a wee bit of onion in there, that doesn't bother me. So if you get a wee bit of onion in your poached salmon, you know it's meant to be there. So that's kind of tasty enough for me. There's enough lemon juice, enough seasoning in the whole thing. What we're going to try and do is do a wee, we normally use rings in the restaurant. We've never brought one over. I've cut a top of a paper cup, see if this works for us. But anyhow, given that rough idea, it's going to go wee squeezy bottle. We use plumbing pipe, don't tell the environmental health, but it's been sterilised, put through a machine and cut into rings and ready to go. So that's basically what we're going to do there. Got some nice smoked salmon here. You can do whatever you want with this, nice big rounds or pieces. Because it's us for the house, if you're doing it in the restaurant, you cut it in half and that would be enough for you, so it's down to a portion cost. But because this is for the cameraman, we drop extra lemon. (1960s) pigtail lemon. The salad that we had earlier on there, we spoke about. This is again, which is a last minute type thing. It's got a mixture, nice mixture of leaves there. Basil, chunks and chunks of basil, some olive oil, some sunflower oil, we took salt, some salt and pepper through it, and that's really all you're going to need for the side salad. The side salad's pretty straightforward. Now, that's the cameraman's for it. The other piece that we had here was, like I said, you can do it in a chunk if you want. Again, The leaves need a wee drop of dressing. Shallot rings. Lunch at the Boyd's. Hope you enjoy it. Dead simple to do. Any questions, any problems, drop me a line. Happy to help. Enjoy.